Hi, I'm Paul Sullenberger, and in this video, we're going to go over the installation of the OSPW Aero for SRAM Axis red and force 12-speed derailleurs. Go ahead and start with our bike in the stand. We're going to remove the chain and remove the derailleur. You're now ready to remove the stock cage and install the OSPW Aero for the derailleur. We'll now take the OSPW Aero out of the package. First, we have the cage assembly itself, followed by pulley wheel oil and the special cage tool. And finally, instruction card, attention card, and sticker sheet. With your derailleur removed from the bike, we'll now go ahead and remove the stock cage system. We're going to start with a 2.5mm upper pulley bolt here. I'm going to set these aside. Take the upper pulley with the spacers, and we can just rotate the cage out of the way. And it's best to have this shifted up out of the way a little bit to where we can unwind the derailleur cage itself. Now, with the included special tool for the AXS's system, we're going to go ahead and remove this and hold the cage stable to where you can bring this free. Now we can remove by hand. And you will reuse the original nut and then allow the spring tension to unwind from the cage. We'll set aside, and we will reuse the stock spring. If it's become a little extra sticky, it's a good suggestion to degrease and clean this spring and apply a thinner lubricant when you reinstall. Something as a CeramicSpeed all-around grease works great. We're now ready to disassemble the new cage, and we will then install the OSPW Aero cage. We'll start by removing the rotation stop screw on the front. Set this aside and keep track of it. You will reinstall. And then also with a 2.5mm, we're going to remove the upper and the lower pulley bolts. And now with a 2mm, the upper and lower tower bolts. Go ahead and set the back cage plate aside. Remove the lower pulley and the upper pulley. And we're now ready to go ahead and install the cage onto the derailleur body. Now, before we do the installation, we're going to remove the original spring, and we're going to ensure the clutch is wound to the backwards position. You'll have a D-shaped interface on the cage, and it lines up to the clutch nice and easily here. And we're going to make sure it's wound all the way back to enable an easy installation. I'll lift off here. It's a suggested idea to place a nice black marker note on the side of this cage here. And this will give you the point of where you're targeting for the D-shape interface. And check just next to the derailleur housing itself. This is where the spring screw will sit in. And you know you're in the right one when it sits flush to the derailleur body. And now we can go ahead. We're going to take our cage, and you can set up on the low or the high spring tension. We recommend the low for general all-around riding, time trials, and smooth, clean roads. And we'll line that spring tension spot up. And we're not worried about the clutch interface just yet. We will get here when we wind around. We now take the mounting bolt and tighten this by hand until it's firm in place, and then relax just a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and wind the cage around until the line on the cage lines up with the line that you placed on the clutch, and it's now engaged. We can finish tightening the mounting bolt, and then this is going to go torqued to a value of 6 Newton-meters. We're now ready to go ahead and reassemble the OSPW system, placing the upper pulley with the etching towards the cage, and the lower pulley etching towards the cage. Now bring our back cage plate. Go ahead and get these started by hand. We are threading into metal threads on these cage, and you have a 1.5 Newton-meter torque for the larger pulley bolts and 0.9 Newton-meter torque for the smaller ones. Once these guys are started, you can bring them down until they're close, and then we will torque them in place. Now, you use your torque screwdriver and apply 1.5 Newton meters for the larger bolt and 0.9 Newton meters for the smaller. And now, 2 millimeter, we will change to the lower torque. We're now ready to go ahead and install our rotation stop screw on the front. This guy will come again to 1.5 Newton meters, and then we're ready to reinstall on the bike. With the OSPW Aero cage now installed on your derailleur, we're going to reinstall the derailleur onto the bike, measure a new chain, and go through the shifting. To measure the chain, we're going to go ahead and shift down into the smallest cog. You can check for clearance and smooth movement, and then go ahead and we'll feed the chain in with the cage assembled. For measuring the chain, we're going to be in the smallest cog in the rear and the smallest option in the front. If you're running a 1x setup, that means using the single chain ring in the front, measured in the smallest, and we're going for the longest chain length acceptable. If you're running a 2x, you'll do that from the small chain ring to ensure there's always adequate tension on the chain in any gear combination. To install the chain, you're going to feed in over the lower pulley in the gap, rotate the derailleur forward for the chain to come out, and then you can take the back side and drop in the back of the cage. Be sure to be mindful of the lower tower bolt, and on this SRAM system, the cage stability tower here in the middle. Pull through about half of the chain, and now we're going to rotate. We're going to go for the lower pulley. Again, going over the cage stability bolt. Straighten out your chain, and then ensure we have clear movement back and forth. Bring the chain under the cassette and around to the chain ring. Now we'll go ahead and bring our chain together, and the standard measurement is a slight bit of tension on the derailleur minus 1 link. So we're going to come together here and see we're going to use most of this chain, and with the chain quick link we're going to install right here. On this UFO chain we'll make a mark with our thumbnail, go ahead, trim the chain and connect. Now we use our quick link to attach our ends of the chain, and we'll check clearance at the top of the cassette, double check our upper and lower limits, and trim any adjustments needed. Now we're going to shift up to the top of the cassette. We'll check our B gap and then make sure that we have clearance clearing the cage at the top of the cassette and the upper pulley from the lower end of the cassette, and check our gearing. If you plan on running a disc wheel, you want to take careful note. Make sure you have clearance of the derailleur and the cage against the disc wheel. The width of the cage is the same as a standard CeramicSpeed OSPW, and it's very critical to have an even alignment and correct spacing and clearance all around. For easiest removal and installation of the wheel, it's suggested to be in the 4 smallest cogs. We'll now check our top and bottom alignments, as well as confirming we have clearance of the cage along any wheel choice. And the high stop is going to be here at the bottom. And making sure everything is perfectly lined up. We're going to take a look at the spacing, and that's between the largest cog on the cassette and the top of the upper pulley. And running a smaller cassette, like a 28, we're going to take this up to 14 or 15 millimeters. And if you ran a larger 33 or even 36 tooth cassette, this will come down to around 5 millimeters. We will then shift down to the 10 tooth cog and repeat the process. Once you've confirmed your upper and lower stop in the B-gap, then we'll come back and do your appropriate trim, and you're ready to go ride.